Hey guys! Welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Abel and I'm an arid enthusiast where I collect anthuriums and philodendron plants. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you an update of my Syngonium podophyllum Albo Variegated. And also, I'll be sharing with you my Syngonium Mojito as well, because you guys know I've talked about these ones on my channel, and my Albo I've shared with you about the reverted wine and at the same time the leggy part of my Syngonium. Now that it's adding lush and bushy, I just want to share with you what I did so you guys can see, do it as well for yourself, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. So let's start with my Syngonium podophyllum variegata. So you guys know I've talked about this one. If I'm not mistaken, that was about 3 months or 4 months ago now, and I've shown you about the leggy part of this plant, and then I removed or I cut the green part, which it has a lot of chlorophyll on it, which is good thing because you don't want to have your plants to get a lot of variegation, because once you have that pure white on the leaves, it will die eventually, which if you have the like equilibrium, they said, the balance on the leaves, then you're good to go. That means you're doing good. So I have here my Syngonium podophyllum. I'm not sure if you guys are seeing it, but it's here. I'm going to show you closely later on. I have my podophyllum variegata and my Mojito. The Mojito one is starting to get leggy, mainly because I transferred it into a different substrate, and it's getting bigger now, and also the leaves are getting huge. So let's talk about the Albo first. It's pretty long. So this is the Albo that I have. You guys, if you want to check the video that I made, you can always check that on top, but I'll show you the photo in here, which, like I said, it's pretty leggy. Now, what I did to make it more, bushy, I propagated some of it. The easiest way that you can do it is water propagation. You don't have to do anything, just place it in a jar with the water on it, and it will give you, a new bunches of leaves. And then once the roots are stable, you can always put that in the media that you are using. So this one, I believe I placed at least 3 branches of new stems under, and then it started to grow, and as you guys can see, I don't know if you guys are seeing it really well, but I'll show you. If you guys are seeing it well, you can tell that it's not pretty leggy anymore compared to the one that I showed you before. And also I have here the reverted one, which unfortunately, like I said, once it reverted into a green form, which it has more, dark leaves on, it will never give you, a different variegation. And where is it? This is actually the reverted one. I got it from the mother plant. So this one here don't have any variegation anymore. It's pretty slow compared to the mother plant. I mean, it's the way it grows is pretty slow. Probably because of the area that I'm placing this one. I am keeping it on top of the shelf in the kitchen area, so I don't really see any variegation here anymore. So that's how it looks. So pretty much it turned like a different Syngonium, like a dark green Syngonium, which I like it. That means, I don't have any problem. It's just that the variegation really, it's totally gone for this one, but I'm still keeping it because, like I said, I like it, and I want to keep it this way. But if you see your plant has no variegation at all. You can always chop it, or you don't have to do anything, just leave it as it is, because there is still the tendency on the stems that it will give you variegation later on. So I will show you this one. You guys are seeing that. Pretty much I place, like I said, 3 stems in the bottom, and that's how it looks going upward. And you guys can see that there are still some leaves that, you know, don't have a lot of variegation on it. This one, just a little streaks on this side, and this one here in the bottom don't really have any. So this one and that one, but I'm keeping it as it is because some of the leaves has the variegation on it. You guys can tell that this is the totem that I made, which I don't have any sphagnum moss. I believe sphagnum moss really help to get these bigger leaves that I have on top, and it produces more roots as well, aerial roots I should say. You guys can see that that's how it looks. It's pretty tall. It's actually taller than me now. I hope I can give you a clear look of this plant, but hopefully I'll give justice later on. So that's what the new leaf is. It's so beautiful, you guys. You can see that. I am more happy than seeing it without any variegation at all. Like for this one, I'm getting a good, you know, variegation on the side, and then in here and on top as well. So if you don't want to remove the one that don't have any variegation at all, just leave it as it is. It's still going to give you, as long as you're not touching anything. But if you touched it or decided to touch it and, you know, you wanted to remove it, this is gonna be how it looks. Like forever it's gonna be like this, because you guys can tell there's no variegation on the stems. So you gotta look for the variegation on the stems. It'll tell you right away. Like for example, this one right here. This one, it will tell you that it will gonna give you a variegation because there are 2 colors on the stem, a green side and a white part, which this one, this gives me a beautiful white and a little bit of streaks of green. So pretty much that's how it looks on the side. And like I said, I have no variegation in the bottom, but some of the leaves after that has a variegation on it. So yeah guys, that's my Syngonium podophyllum variegata at the moment. I hope you guys are seeing it closely. So that's pretty much my Syngonium podophyllum, and also I still have the one that I propagated, which it's quite small. I don't really expect this to, you know, give me a huge leaves, mainly because I'm keeping it in a, you know, small pot. And also I thought my Syngonium Wenlandi, if you guys are seeing that, is going to die, but look, it's giving me a life. So pretty much that's what it's going on, or that's my update for my Syngonium podophyllum Albo Variegata. Like I said, for this one specifically, I cut it because it's giving me a tiny stems and giving me tiny leaves, which, you know, I just want to have the leaves more proportion to the bottom part, and that's the reason why I cut this, or I removed this from the mother plant, which for the aeration of this plant, because, you know, I ran out of the coco core and perlite, so I'm trying my best to reuse whatever I have from before. And also I'm using my fertilizer, which there are 2 that I am using. It varies some days if I wanted to use the Osmocote fertilizer or my favorite one, which is the Gringo Rasta. I still have that, so it's not really burning the plant or anything like that. It's not giving me any problem. So I'm really thankful that I still have the Gringo Rasta. So yeah, pretty much that's what I'm doing for the Syngonium podophyllum Albo Variegated, if I'm saying it correctly. If you have a Syngonium and if you wanted to keep it vertical, you can always put a totem on it. Any type of totem, it will grow. But if you want to, you know, kind of get that aerial roots to grow longer and gives you more, you know, lots of leaves, you can always place in a sphagnum moss, which is pretty good. It will help. So you can always get a new leaves, or if you want to cut it off, it will branch into a new leaves or a new plant. If I'm saying it correctly. So yes, that's my Albo Variegated. So my Syngonium Mojito, it's giving me this huge leaves, as you guys can see that in the camera. It's pretty huge. But when I got this one, it has good streaks on the leaves. It's really dark green and at the same time mixed with, I don't know, it's like cream. So the variegation is really powerful. But then when the leaf turned like this, like it's really huge, all the variegation were like scattered, and I don't know if it has to be like this, or you know, I'm doing something wrong for this plant. But I like it. But like I said, the variegation of this leaf is not powerful compared from the one I showed you from before. If you guys want to watch that, you can always watch the Syngonium Mojito and the reverted Syngonium plants that I made on my channel. And yeah, this one, it's getting leggy because the old leaves are dying. This one mixed with, I placed this one in bark, moss, and coco core, if I'm not mistaken. But then when I bought the lavrack and pumice, and that's where I changed this one. And this is how it looks. Like it's giving me a lot of leaves, however, just on the top part. But then the bottom one, it started to die. It started to turn yellow, which I don't know if that's some sort of bacteria, but maybe not. It's just, you know, the weather, because we're in winter time. I'm just getting this idea or the notion of, you know, turning the leaves into different colors and started to die. So yeah, like I said, I'm getting huge leaves. The more they grow, the more they give me huge leaves and different, you know, different variegation here and there on the leaf. I don't see any, like I don't see any leaf here that has just one color, like a good chunk of chlorophyll on it. It's just, it's everywhere, it's spread. So maybe, like I said, it's just about to die, the leaves in the bottom, so I'm just keeping it as it is. But I'm gonna propagate, hopefully next week. I'm gonna propagate one, I'm gonna cut one off, and I'm gonna do the same what I did from the Albo once it rooted, and then I will put it in the soil that it's in, so it will give me, you know, more bushy leaves in the future. So this is my Mojito, and pretty much I'm very happy because they are living here in this room. At this time I have 73 temperature in this area, which all of my plants here are happy, you know, because outside is pretty cold now. And I'm watering this one together with this Albo as well. Both them I'm placing under grow light, which probably that's the one thing as well that helps to grow huge leaves and getting taller. So like I said, you can always make your Syngonium grow vertical. just place any kind of totem. You can place plastic totem, you can place a branch of tree. You don't have to buy sphagnum moss, and you don't have to make this type of totem that I made. But if you are fancy, or you know, you wanted to have your plant aesthetically pleasing, you can always try this type. You can always try this type of totem, but my totem is not that pretty. So pretty much that's all my update of my Syngonium, my Mojito, and Albo Variegated. If you guys want to watch the video that I made from the past, you can always go and check it on my channel. The one, it comes with the title reverted one, and then the Syngonium Mojito itself. And yeah, that's all I wanted to share with you, the update. And also, like I said, if you have a Syngonium that it's getting laggy, you can always propagate it, throw in the water, and let it root it for a while. And then you can always place it in the substrate or media that you are using, and wait patiently, because it will give you that beautiful leaves and make it more fuller and bushy for your plants. So I hope you guys like this video. Thank you again for listening, and thank you for watching. And please also subscribe to my channel, don't forget that. And if you want to follow me on my Instagram is here, Abel's Plant. And I will see you soon on my next video. Bye.